All right. And we are live with a Ward Show, episode 3. You have your always lovely host, me, Leighton Ward, and your other host.
I am your co-host Sebastian DC.
Yes.
Play the soundbite. Do it.
The soundbite? What one? Oh my god.
We discussed this prior.
I drank beer heavily and tried drugs enthusiastically.
Was that the right one? Did I fuck it
This
up?
is a Ward show
Boom, boom, boom.
with him, Leighton Ward. All right,
And him, Sebastian, DC.
Yeah, DC. That's what I'm going for. White people don't like Chinese names. It's a fact, empirically proven.
These Asians worse than the whites.
God damn,
For sure.
Obama.
I agree,
What the
Mr.
fuck?
President. You still call them Mr. President after they leave office, and that's pretty cool.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I don't. I don't think I've ever called anybody Mr. President, even while in office. Do I look like some kind of bitch?
Sometimes.
Fair enough. Alright, so you got a story for me? You got some juice? What's going
Okay, so
on?
I got a couple things to talk about. So I almost burned down my apartment yesterday.
Alright, happens to the best of us, but not
Of
really.
course, obviously I was cooking. There's no other way to burn down your apartment. Uh, and I was making a chicken stock, so the type of thing you set on, you boil for a while. And I boiled it too long. I stepped away to take a shower, and I come out, and the apartment is dense with smoke, and I can't even see a couple inches in front of me. So like I'm feeling around. I left chairs all over the place. I'm tripping over them, and I'm holding my breath because I cannot breathe in this thick smoke. Uh, and I flick off the stove. I burn off some flesh, just a small amount though, not nothing major. And then I quickly try to yank the burning chicken remains off the pot off of the burner, but it
Yeah.
is welded to the burner. Uh, and so instead, I run to the window. I do trip over a chair in the process, and I fall to the ground, bloodied.
Naturally.
And I yank open the window. Uh, so then I'm like pressing my lips to the screen like a fish, like trying to get out of a net, like taking sharp intakes, and while the smoke flows out slowly, and I managed to avoid seeing the coroner later because I lived and I didn't lose anything besides a pot.
That's good.
And later, I had some bacon that I cooked uh, at the same time as the as I put on the chicken stock, and that had finished, and I had it drying over to the side, and that had been in the smoke, and it had cured beautifully. It had cured the bacon, the smoke.
Oh, nice. Got yourself
Yeah,
some smoked bacon.
yeah, it's a little
Pork
silver
belly.
lining to the smoke cloud.
Is the bacon from the belly? I think so, right?
Yeah, it's from the belly. In the 50s, no one would eat pork belly because it's like just fat, and they didn't want to eat something so unhealthy. And then the pork marketing people really started selling bacon, and now bacon's a meme and everyone loves it. People base their identities off it because they bought and sold like little fucking idiot pawns.
Oh my god. You guys are so susceptible to advertising, you fucking losers. Is
Yeah.
that too harsh?
Although
I don't know.
maybe.
I don't know
Like
what I'm talking
I'm
about.
subject to some stuff like that though. Like I got a leather jacket, like a motorcycle jacket.
Oh,
It's got like 20 zippers on it. It's really fucking cool.
dude, I'm
And
a
you look like
fucking.
even if you're like really ugly or soft looking, like you look like a little bit more of a badass when you're wearing these kind of motorcycle jackets, you know.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
And I think I know why. It's the zippers. Okay, uh, men are psychologically conditioned to fear zippers because if you like, what if you get your balls caught in them when you're trying to do them up? You know,
Well,
are you gonna fuck with a guy brave enough to have 30 zippers on his body?
who has their balls hanging out near their zipper?
You're saying this has never happened to you.
No,
You've never caught a little bit of skin in a zipper.
I don't think so. I mean,
This
hey,
guy's
I could see how it would happen, but like,
Listeners, hear it far and wide. Leighton Ward has admitted to having very tiny testicles.
Yeah, they're just nice, tiny, neat little balls. But no, I get what you're saying. I'm a sucker for advertising too. I mean, that's not what you were saying completely, but
It is pretty much what I'm saying.
oh, okay. You know what I'm a sucker for packaging, even more than advertising. Like if I see something in the store and it's in like a nice package, I'm like, oh yeah,
Like Apple Store packaging, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like it just slides out.
yeah. I mean, like fuck Apple, but also their packaging is
It's really
nice
what
as
they made the
hell.
bread and butter on.
Yeah, like
Okay, so Michigan State, the university which I attended before I got fucking flunked out. Oh, uh, I didn't flunk out. I got put on leave and decided not to go back. It's different, okay?
okay,
They've
sure.
got the number one packaging engineering school in the world.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So they engineer packages.
Hey, what do you think about this? I didn't drop out of school. I did. I just skipped a few years near the end.
Yeah, although that implies that you didn't drop out, but you did. Um, I don't know. Oh, can I tell you a story?
Oh, for sure.
It's
Lay it
not
on me, big
really.
boy.
Okay, it's not really a story, kind of. You know how I'm always like scheming and I'm always, I have like a million side hustles, if you can call them that.
You
Well,
do. I can testify. This guy made 200 grand off of Bitcoin back in the day,
yeah, big ballin'. Um, no,
and blew it
I,
all on fucking cocaine.
yeah, I love cocaine. But no,
I
okay, so
about my mama house. I spent the
I,
rest on PCP.
angel dust, yes. I,
It's a Chappelle show.
what do you call it? Oh yeah, okay, so I'm thinking I'm gonna make money by selling shit on Amazon. So what you do is, and this isn't original, but you find a product that's out of stock, but that people still want. And then you find another place to order it from online. And you mark it up 150% of the price and put it on Amazon. So I won't say the product, in case there are any competitors out there, but I
Yeah,
found
yeah.
this really good product, and it's a product that, people with money buy, so I figured they're not going to check the price. You know what I mean? They're on
Leighton knows that I'll steal
Amazon.
his idea.
Yeah. But no, these people are on Amazon, they'll add it to their cart, they'll buy it. And so I find this thing that I can get for $150 and I list it on Amazon for $329. And I'm
Ooh.
like, we'll see what happens. Dude, 2 days later, I'm sitting there yesterday in this Indian restaurant doing my Grubhub, and I get a fucking thing that says, you got an Amazon sale. Somebody fucking bought it. So I ordered it
Oh
from
my
this
god.
website for $150 and sent it to them as a
Send it to their
gift.
address.
Yeah, as a gift, so it doesn't
Oh my
show
god.
the invoice. I paid 150, I get 329, but then Amazon took 50, which I know is stupid to complain about it cuz I'm totally like ripping people off,
Yeah, you're
but
totally not providing any service.
no, I still feel ripped off by Amazon despite me being like a piece of trash and charging over double market value. But, you know,
Yeah.
but still, I mean, I made like $120, you know? I
Yeah.
I was
How long
just
do you have to
sitting
wait
there.
before this happened?
I think it took like 2 days, so I'm gonna throw some more up.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, hell yeah, dude. In fact, after this podcast, we're gonna fucking talk about this a little bit, dude.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Cause
I remind me to tell you about Amazon Canada, and that'll inspire you a bit.
oh, okay. But yeah, I don't know. Because I was telling Angela about it. I'm like, oh, I can make some money doing this fucking Amazon drop shipping. And she's like, mm hmm. Because I'm like the guy who's like, oh, I'll make money from this. But yeah, then like 2 days, I made like all that money. I can't believe somebody bought it for 329. I'm like, you idiot, use Google, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
But yeah.
yeah. I know. I'll just fucking talk about it now. It's not like it matters. Amazon Canada kind of fucking sucks in a lot. It's got a lot less coverage.
And it's in Canada. So that right there, huge demerit or
Yeah.
dem.
Anyway, so
What's
Amazon
that?
has a lot fewer listings.
How
I found
dare
this out
you
trying to
not think of the
get
word
some
for
camera
me?
equipment.
Okay.
So if you do this, if you use Amazon.ca and
Mm-hmm.
then just route the products there instead, I think you'll find a good market there
Okay.
because it's a lot like people have to dig harder to
Oh,
find
so it's
stuff, and if it,
oh more limited stock.
yeah,
Okay.
a lot of the stuff that's on Amazon America is not on Amazon Canada.
Oh, you're giving me so many ideas that you know, because that's what you're intending on. But
Yeah,
that's a good idea. Okay.
yeah.
I like how I used to do marketing on this channel, and people, I'd laugh if somebody was listening right now. They're like, oh, they're talking about drop shipping on Amazon. They think we're like doing a marketing. Remember
No, but
last
like
time that
if
dude was like, is this like a marketing podcast?
yeah, dude,
And
if
then,
you like if you go full time on this, well on drop shipping shit, then we'll for sure we'll tilt the nature of
dude,
the podcast.
I could get a way bigger audience talking about affiliate marketing and drop shipping and stuff because people will actively seek that. Whereas, like a comedy podcast, that's the one
Yeah,
I'm
there's a million.
actually doing, and people are like, ah, fuck you, you're not funny, you fucking
Well,
cunts.
listen, man. Th- Basically, you're gonna have to do that driving on that front. I'm willing to tilt in whatever direction.
No,
You
we're
know,
keeping it comedy. But that
or
was
keep it.
just, you know, I'll talk about my side hustles here and there because
Yeah,
I think it's important to realize that I'm an unemployed piece of shit who somehow scrapes by doing weird things.
and
You know,
there's a
do you
lot for me to learn from you because you work very when if you ever work, you work very few hours, and I realize that I'm not the type of person who on a chance win $200,000 from Bitcoin trading. That's like I knew that it was happening, but I just didn't buy in because I'm not that kind of guy.
see
I was like, we'll see where this goes, and then I'll
me
look.
the way I looked at it, even with the Amazon thing, I always look at it like there's money out there somehow. You know what I mean? Like there's so much money on the internet somewhere. Like where can I get people's money?
I think
Like
it's just because like I never had a win, so like I don't. I've got this like mentality inside of me that's like, oh, there's like cabals that like they gather the shadow puppet money, and me, I'll just always have to work in a fucking restaurant or some
oh,
shit.
see me, I lose constantly. Like 99% of the time. Like I should have killed myself at least 20 times by now. You know, I'm just fucking losing constantly. And then
Yeah.
people will point it out, Angela will be like, you know, nothing you do ever works. I'm like, but when it does, it's cool, you know. She's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you
For
made $500, great. You know, what are you gonna do for the rest of the year? I'm like, well, fucking, I'll come up with something else. Don't worry.
yeah.
And then I'll do Grubhub on the side, which is a whole shit show of its own. I have a story about that, but I'll let you get into something before I tell you my Grubhub one.
Well, okay. What are we talking about?
I don't know. Do you have like a story or a cool thing? What's happened to you? Anything like, um, you know, did you did you go to the doctor and they told you that you have an abnormally large penis? Did you, you know,
Oh,
kill somebody?
okay. Like an hour ago, uh, a comedian working in Toronto professionally came and talked to us because he's a graduate of our program, and they briefly in his talk they just briefly referenced the movie Night at the Museum,
Yeah.
uh, and so I had a stroke of inspiration to write a sketch about something like the Night at Museum, but
But with
instead
rape.
it's Night at the Holocaust Museum.
Oh my god.
So like there's all these little tiny plastic Nazis, and, and like like you know how Holocaust museums have tons of shoes, like the shoes that have like the sole coming up and they like talk by flapping the. It's you know I'll have to actually go to a Holocaust museum so I can like learn about things and so I can write
Yeah.
about them.
Man, you
But
should have
just the
gone.
premise, it's instantly a little interesting. Don't you think so?
It's inherently interesting. Like, I love it because it's one of those things that could either be hilarious or extremely offensive. You
Yeah,
know, feel like you have to like ride a line there, but it's a hilarious premise for
well,
sure.
I intend to. I've got the friend who I'm going to support on his show later today. He's Jewish, so I intend to ask him to co-write it with me so that we can go deeper, darker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that way you can be like, look, we have our token Jew, leave us alone. Okay? Like, I mean, dude, he didn't
It wouldn't
go
be
through
token.
the
It'd
shit,
be a good
but
like 50-50 because like most like I just have the barest idea of the sketch and maybe like a gag or two.
yeah. All right, that's fair. But I mean, still, I'd take
And
that
like he
angle. If
for sure
anybody
knows what's
complains,
in a
be
Holocaust
like,
museum.
yeah, dude, I went to the one in DC. It was crazy.
Oh,
They
tell me like
walk
what they
you.
have there.
They have everything. They have like the piles of shoes, and you walk through like the carts that they were like, you know, carried the concentration camps in. You're like,
Well, like the
Jesus
train carts, right?
Christ. Yeah, you walk inside of them. They're all stained and shit. They're like, ugh. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. But we actually have one right here in Farmington. So,
Maybe I'll go there once I'm back for Christmas. I'll be back for like a week.
yeah, I'd be down to go. Me and Lyndon and Angela wanted to go. Apparently, it's a really good one. It's, where is it? I think it's near, like, Orchard Lake. It's, like, a big one. So, I think it was
Oh
one of
yeah,
the first Holocaust museums, if not the first. It was started by this, like, Jewish like temple in Michigan because it obviously to nobody's surprise it was started in West Bloomfield, which is like the Jewish capital of Michigan,
it
and
is also
then
a very wealthy area. Hey, play
yeah,
the Jews sound clip. Play it.
oh yeah, there's a lot of like Jewish doctors and stuff, and Obama, what did he say?
Jewish doctors were injecting black babies with the AIDS virus.
Oh jeez, Obama, you are one fiery cat.
Yeah, his tweets were really inciting and
Yeah,
vitriolic.
I would have never known where AIDS came from if not for Obama.
Yeah,
Um, but
truly,
anyway,
the Jews have outdone themselves with it,
yeah, they really have. But no, anyway, I guess
bringing down
they,
plagues on us since Egypt. Plagues on black people since Egypt.
yeah, come on. But they I guess started this museum in West Bloomfield. Then it got moved to Farmington because they got like a bigger place and stuff. So it'd be a cool place to check out.
Yeah, is there any Jewishness in your family?
No, I think it's pretty much just Irish. My dad's side is like full on Irish, so like
And
like
Angela?
Angela's
His
her
wife.
family's Polish, and
Plenty of Polish Jews.
yeah, she actually I think did have a little bit a while ago, but yeah, I'm Irish, and then my mom's side is mostly German and British, which I love the fact that I have like I'm like
You're
Irish.
both sides of World War II.
Well, yeah, I'm Irish, British, and German, but the Irish and the British is really great because they hate each other. So it's just lovely to me. Like I feel like if I ever go to the UK, I can be like, yeah, my family's British, and then if I go to Ireland, I can be like, fuck the British, my family's Irish. You know, I don't know. I don't know what's going on over there. I act like I know things, but
Yeah. Anyway, so they just have piles of shoes and the cars, the train cars.
oh yeah, they have everything. They have like the clothes and like uniforms. I mean, it's like and they have like videos and you can go through and like they'll have like a pile of shoes and they have like a video next to it like playing about like how the Nazis would like burn them and keep the shoes. It's like, whew, man,
Why'd
I
they
was
keep the
in eighth
shoes?
grade. I
Were there
don't
no
know.
good German cobblers?
maybe they had foot fetishes. You know, they were
Is that the
sniffing
real
them.
cause of the Holocaust? Is that they just wanted shoes and they didn't want to pay for them?
Could be. Could be. You know, they were like, God damn, dude, the shoe market is out of control.
You see these Jews? They got the Yeezys, man. I
Yeah.
can't afford Yeezys.
They keep that shit fresh, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got the fucking Air Force. Fuck.
The Nazis talk like white middle class kids
Yeah.
who listen to too much rap.
Okay. So, jumping off that, you know the term wigger
Yeah.
for like
I-
a white person who acts like he's black. And
I think
it's a derogative term mainly used by white people.
I think it's
And-
wigga. Okay, let's
Wigga.
not.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not turn
So
this
the
podcast
thing about
racist.
this term is I think that is really only used because white people like to get really close to saying the N word.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
like people only use that word because it's mostly the N word.
And I feel like whenever black people meet white guys like that, they immediately think,
You ain't my bitch, nigga.
you know. I'm sorry,
yeah,
that was
for
a
sure.
horribly timed sound. It is so stupid.
Jump in whenever you can. The more you use it, the better you'll get with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm just playing it from Chrome. I didn't actually put it in the soundboard software yet, so there's a bit of a delay on it.
You said so much shit about how hard you were working to set up the soundboard this week.
Well, I
And
set
then
up
you-
all the
you don't even have
software.
it.
I set up all the software, but the clips, I was like, you know what? Since I don't have any others, I'll spend the $5 next week and just play it off Chrome for now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can we rename it to a award show with Barack Obama?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just use the Obama soundboard, like, strictly. We'll get, like, a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Or
do that.
we can add it to like on the people on the show,
Yeah.
like Leighton Ward, Sebastian Chow, and Barack Obama.
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good. I was
Also,
thinking about
wrote
that.
Sebastian Chow. I don't perform under that name. Fuckface.
I put Sebastian DC this time.
Okay. You get
I
it
think,
right. You get it
right?
right.
Yeah, well, I didn't. Yeah, you never called me out on it, and I didn't think about it till you introduced yourself and you said Sebastian DC. I was like, I forgot that he fucking. Yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot all about
But
that.
I'm a race trader.
Yeah, literally now nobody will know you're Asian. Like, you don't even have an Asian voice. So
What does that mean? Fucko.
you know, like, I mean, you know what an Asian voice is.
Listen, if the way in is the words "you people," the way out is definitely not "you know."
Well, you do know. You know what an Asian accent is. That's like if I'm like, you don't sound French. You're like, ooh, what's that?
I
You
thought
fucking
speaking
know.
the French.
Yeah. But, yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. I can tell you this great story about Grubhub. It's actually a horrible story. What the fuck is that? Why? My door kept, like, shaking. Is there a ghost in here? It would, like, move forward and back. Okay, anyway. That's neither here nor there. If I die during the middle of this podcast, it's... I don't know.
That'll be, we might get some views on it.
Yeah, that's true. Fucking
I'll just have to
retard
I'll have to
dies
come
in the
over,
middle.
trip around your body, and like have Angela let me in.
Yeah.
And so I can publish it.
Oh, I pulled up the topic sheet. There was this one thing. It's quick. It's not even a story, but they found in mice that they were able to reverse Down syndrome, which got me thinking. If they reversed Down syndrome and then the Down syndrome came back, would the mice be being retarded or re-retarded? You know?
What?
Like,
What?
okay, if they got rid of the Down syndrome in the mice, but then the Down syndrome came back, would it be retarding the mice or re-retarding them? Yeah, how does that work?
I don't really understand.
I don't know. It's just it's a language thing. You know, like
Okay.
if you retard something, like I
Oh
think
yeah,
that
yeah,
means
yeah.
to slow it down, but would you
I
be
speak music.
re-retarding? I don't know. Anyway, that's not the story. That was just a stupid fucking thing.
Okay.
I don't even know why I did that. Um,
I'm glad you did. You have
all
freedom
right.
to fail, Leighton.
Thank you. Thank you. Dude, oh my god, I wanted to get a soundboard with like the boo. Ugh, fuck. Why didn't I do that? Anyway,
You can do that shit live, dude.
yeah. Boo.
Boo.
Hey, come on. I'm
Yeah.
trying here. Jesus Christ. Um, anyway,
It'd be kind of neat to do like a little, some people do Discord open mics, but we could do one where we do like a little. I don't know if this is like considered Kill Tony stuff, but everyone else is dimmed to like 10%. It's kind of like the comedy night, but like not trash because we'll vet each other. We got like 6 people like in the quote unquote audience, and they'll have their audio down to like 10% or something like that, 5-10%, and then the speaker will be the guy doing his act,
yeah, that would be cool.
and but the people in the audience will be free to yell out like heckles and roasts and shit.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah, you know, I like that. And then there's some things, like when people, I don't know, I've heard people talk about like streaming comedy shows onto Twitch. Like I've had people on my Twitch be like, hey, you should stream your next show. And it's like, first off, I don't know how that would work because I'm only doing 5 minutes. So you'd have to stream like an entire show because if you
So
just
if
watch,
I were to organize something like that, I would take a TV oriented portrait ways beside like on stage, and I would have the chat on behind me.
yeah,
I don't know if that'd be a really dumb idea because it would distract from my jokes, but if it didn't, like, there would just be a regular show, and that's like is a little boring. Uh,
see, my only worry about it would be I'd be burning my material online constantly, so I could never really feel
here's the
like I
thing, Leighton.
built an act people didn't hear. And I
We're not
suck.
like we're not we're only doing like we're sub 15-minute set guys right now.
Hey, well, speak for
When you're getting
yourself.
paid, regularly, like I feel like then you can start to worry about burning it.
Yeah.
But right now we're at least over a year away from putting anything out, like from
Yeah.
worrying about stuff like that. Minimum, you
Yeah,
know?
I think whenever I put out an album, I want to do half an hour.
Yeah,
I want to do like a
that's
half an hour album on like
yeah.
put it up for streaming. But yeah,
What might actually be smarter is to just do the anecdotes and then and clip them on YouTube
well, yeah.
to I don't know, maybe animate them, like do it and then animate them. There's something called the Minute Hour. It's a channel on YouTube called the Minute Hour, and then there's like this. They write this like crazy, nonsensical sketch slash monologue, depending on what they're doing. And then the best ones they animate. They bring in an outside animator, and they're just incredible. Like there's one called Something Terribly Offensive, where the guy he starts out just telling a story about him like waiting in line at the bank, and some guy says something terribly offensive behind him, and then he beats the shit out of him, threatens him with a knife, and then he's a greaser, and then he's like and slash like psychopath serial killer, and he brings out like a gang of goons, and then he to support him,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, and then it's really surreal. It's a surreal channel, the Minute Hour on YouTube.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Now that we're giving them free plugs, they better be good.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, dude.
To the whole one person listening, probably.
Yeah, there's dude, I fucking wish we had one person.
I know.
No. I understand completely what this is. This is a workout room for us to practice our conversational skills in podcast format.
Well, yeah. And I mean, the only way you can start a podcast and have it be super fucking big by the third episode, or even have people listening, is
Is
if
to already have a podcast and then
yeah,
make a spinoff.
or if you already have an audience. You know what I mean? Like if you're
Yeah, I know
famous.
what you mean. I know what you
Or
mean.
if you're working for like a podcast studio, like doing a podcast about like Greek mythology, like something very niche that people want to learn about, and you have like marketing and stuff. But like if it's like one of those audiobook format podcasts, but yeah, I feel like just two people talking about things, people are like,
Yeah.
okay.
Have you ever tried to do some voice acting type of stuff?
Have I?
Like,
No.
I was practicing audiobook reading uh, for one of my classes, kind of, and it's hard as fuck because you have to read a long time and you can't make like errors, or you have to like go back and you have to read, but you have to read consecutively, and text goes really slow when you're reading it with delivery.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be annoying. Did you watch that Artie Lang podcast with Joe Rogan where he was talking about
I
how,
certainly did.
yeah, when he hired that dude with a speech impediment to read
Yeah,
his?
that was hilarious.
Dude,
Hilarious.
that's hilarious. That's
It's like it
so
took
fucking
it
funny.
took months longer.
Dude, what a fucking amazing move. I love it. But, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. Let me tell you about this Grubhub thing because I think there's a really good public service announcement. Okay, so I'm out doing Grubhub. I end up out in Commerce. And, there's not as many people driving out there. So I show up to a
True.
Coney Island and I'm picking up an order. And the owner goes to me. He goes, oh, we have these two Grubhub orders that have been here for over an hour. And Grubhub isn't sending anybody to pick them up. Like, what the hell? And they're like talking to me. I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it's like
What
I'm
are you
just a
talking
dude
to
in a
me
car.
about? Yeah, I'm like, I don't have the orders assigned to me, so I can't do anything about it. And then these people are calling him and complaining, and they're freaking out. And they come to me because apparently I'm like the CEO of Grubhub.
Leighton,
And
is that you booping?
yeah, it's my phone vibrating.
Why don't you go ahead and
Yeah, I know.
remove that from the
Yeah,
microphone surface?
I did. No. But anyway, yeah, he goes, oh, we get like multiple orders a day where they're just not getting picked up and they get canceled and we're losing money. And, I'm like, that sucks, man. But here's what I noticed. The one order that had been over there for over an hour, it was only an $18 order. Like they only paid $18 for the food. So
Okay.
that they probably, like I see it all the time, they probably left no tip, or even if they left 20%, that's only a $3 tip.
Right.
So on a Saturday night,
If I'm having it delivered though, I tip more.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. If it's a Saturday night and you leave no tip and your food has been sitting there for an hour, you have to understand. It kind of makes sense that nobody's going to pick it up or you're going to get it super late because people are going to be able to pick up orders where people do tip. And now here's the thing. If you're ordering $18 worth of food with Grubhub, then you're going to pay 10% markup on all of the foods, so that's $1.80. You're going to pay like a $5 delivery fee, so now you're up to $6.80 in fees. Then if you leave like a $3 tip, you're spending an extra $10 on an $18 order.
Are you telling me people don't tip the 20% on top of the fees?
Yeah.
Like they just tip like the 20% of the meal, not meal plus fees?
Well, yeah. And
These animals.
well, that's not even my point. What my point is if you order something for 18 bucks, people don't tip because they don't want to pay $30 for a meal that should cost 18. But it's like if you're getting a small meal, then go fucking pick it up. You know what I mean? Or else you're gonna get fucked by all the fees. I'm gonna get fucked because I'm not gonna make that much money from the order. The only person who's winning is Grubhub. So yeah, if you're ordering a
Yeah.
ton of food, That's like when people order Jimmy John's, you order one sandwich for $6. You have to tip the delivery driver. You have to
It's
pay a
fucking stupid.
$3.50 delivery fee. You're paying more for delivery than you are for the goddamn sandwich. Just go pick it up. Or
Yeah,
else
I
the
totally agree.
driver's getting fucked, you're getting fucked, and then Grubhub is just standing there with their dick out like, who wants to get fucked next? And then you're bitching at the driver because you had to wait an hour. It's like, oh, sorry, I didn't get fucked at the speed you wanted. You know? It's like, god damn, dude. Like
I don't
these.
know if this is just me, but I don't really consider ordering an option unless I have like people that I'm trying to keep entertained in my house or something, and I
Yeah.
can't leave.
Well, that's when I order, is when I have like 5 people over, we're watching a UFC fight, we're placing a big order. So the extra $20 we're paying, it only works out to a couple bucks per person. It's worth it. But if you're just
Hmm.
ordering for yourself, like if you can't afford to pay all the extra, then don't fucking order. Like, I don't order food. Are you kidding me? I'm not going to pay that markup. You got to be out of your
Yeah,
goddamn mind.
for sure.
Yeah. It's like, I'll drive a mile and a half and get it. Or I like these people who will be fucking 15 miles from the restaurant and they'll leave like a $3 tip and then they'll call the restaurant complaining their order's not there. It's like, nobody's driving 15 miles for $6.
Hmm.
Like, you got to be crazy. But anyway, that's
It's a
my.
little silly.
Yeah,
Now,
that's my rant.
Leighton, uh, I don't mean to pressure you or anything, but I think that you should make some time to. I don't know if you can like go to Canada on vacation, but
Yeah,
like in the summertime when
yeah,
I'm gonna be in this apartment in like June or something. You should come up and stay with me for a week or two, and we'll hit up all the shows. I won't be going to classes in the summertime, so we'll just have endless fucking like night every night. We'll have shows to go to.
yeah. I'd be down for that.
Yeah, I don't know the process for you to get into Canada.
Oh, nothing. I just drive there.
You don't need like a visa.
I have a passport, and I mean, if you do need a visa, I can get one. You wanna? Okay, here's a funny story. I was going to Australia and I flew to LA, right? I had my ticket
Hmm.
booked. So I land in LA at about 8 p.m. I have a flight out to Australia the next morning at I think 10:30 a.m.
Yeah.
So I'm chilling in the hotel room. I do order food because I'm in LA, so I order some Mexican food because, I mean, you know,
Oh, of course, of course.
it's
If you're gonna
being
get
made
like
by
real
a
Mexicans
Mexican.
cooking, if you're gonna get fucking Julio making your enchiladas, then of course you do it.
Oh, yeah, best burrito I've ever had in my life. Dude, the delivery driver didn't even speak English. I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
I
If
love
his
when.
car's like dirty, it's almost about to break down. It's
Oh,
got
yeah.
the brake screech. You know you're getting some good food.
Yeah, for all I know, he ran it there on foot. But,
And a bicycle. You see some bicycle guys in Canada
yeah.
with food delivery baskets.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
But,
if you bring your car, like obviously you'll have to drive up. Well, not obviously. You could drive to fucking Windsor and then take the train.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
and
that's a good idea. I'll
that
take
would
a train there.
yeah. But like if you drove up, then you could also do maybe like some Grubhub work up here too, because there's a lot more population density in Toronto than
I
fucking
could,
Michigan.
but I can't work on vacation. I go nuts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, unless
I
I'm
mean,
doing
we'd
like
really only be
comedy.
going out at the night times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
Well,
But
there are a couple afternoon shows, but I
yeah.
don't know.
But anyway, so I'm in LA. It's 8 p.m. I have to leave at 10:30 a.m., right?
Right.
And I'm sitting there in the hotel room eating this burrito and I go, "Holy shit. I don't have a visa." And I'm looking online and they're like, "If you don't have a visa, you'll be denied entry at the border." When I land in Australia, they're going to be like, "Fuck you." So I'm like, "Holy
Oh yeah.
shit."
What do they send you back?
Yeah, you can either fly back or I don't fucking know.
So do you get fined for that flight? Like, how's that flight paid for?
I think you have to buy it. I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
what if you're like, I'm not buying my own flight out of here. I want to stay here.
I have no idea. But all I know is it sounds terrifying. So I go on the
Oh, how are you with
Australian.
TSA, by the way? Sorry to hijack your story, but you seem like the kind of like Ari Shafir, like kind of authority guy where you would just fuck with the TSA and make the trip take a couple extra hours.
Oh, I'm fine. I've never been stopped or anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But no, anyway, I don't have a fucking visa. So I go on the website. It's $25 to get a visa, and they say it can take up to like 48 hours or something, or you'll get it in like 48 hours. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm freaking out. But I go, I have to do it now. That way, maybe I'll have it when I land.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Right.
so
Because the flight takes 24 hours.
yeah, well, it was about 30 because I had an 8 hour layover in Dubai. But no, anyway, it can take even up to like a week. They might need more stuff, but I apply for it, and I'm not even kidding. I hit submit and immediately get an email going, "You've been approved," like by the Department of Immigration. I'm like, holy shit! I'm so glad I'm American. You know what I mean? And I have family there because they ask when you're applying for the visa, like, do you have family who are citizens of Australia? And I was like, fuck
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I do. So thankfully, I got it immediately because I'm just thinking, like, dude, you know, I'm going to be stuck. They're going to rape me. Like, this is going to be horrible.
Yeah. Sounds like.
I mean, they still raped me, but I wasn't stuck there. So that was cool. I'm kidding. They didn't. I don't want to incriminate the Australian people. They're wonderful people.
So I've heard.
Yeah. But yeah, I could get a visa for Canada. I think when
Yeah.
you're American, they're pretty much like, yeah, you're cool. I don't even know if you need one because you can go over to Windsor without one.
Yeah. I mean, like, given your sleep schedule, like, you wouldn't even notice me being gone in the classes. So, like, I'd invite you over the winter, but it kind of fucking blows. So,
Yeah. No, I
yeah,
don't. I don't like leaving my house during the winter.
it's not a pleasant thing. Of course, I've got a legend level parka, like an Eddie Bauer parka that you cannot fucking cut this thing with a knife. It's so dense
Yeah, well, we'll test that out. I'm gonna stab you in the face
that
with a
it
knife.
it doesn't cover the face. You'll kill me.
Okay. Well.
Test concluded.
Yep. We did it.
Yeah,
Sebastian is a liar.
yeah.
He can be
Yeah.
stabbed in the face.
I would have told you I was a liar beforehand, but I could have been lying.
That's true. Um, yeah. Do you have
Yeah.
any stories for me or any tidbits?
Um. Probably. Okay. So, I it's been a while since I've told this joke to you, but you've heard it before. It's the one where I say, I say the statistic that I read that when a hurricane has a female name like Katrina rather than a male name like Ike, fewer people will evacuate for the hurricane with the female name because it's less intimidating to them. And I'm fine with this because this way the hurricane kills more sexists
Yeah.
and the poor. But let's be real. In that Venn diagram, there's a fair amount of overlap between sexists and the poor. And I'm right in the fucking middle, baby.
That's good.
Yeah.
I um yeah, you could go for a wordplay with that one. Didn't you say Tina and Ike?
Katrina.
Oh, Katrina. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say if it
If
was
there's
name.
a female hurricane, then I could use that. I just said the two that I remembered.
Yeah. Oh, I no, I saw an Ike and Tina Turner joke in there. I don't know anything about them though, so I wouldn't know how to do that joke.
Yeah. Um,
I
I
don't
think
know.
that's the one that I'm trying to workshop currently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one set tomorrow, a 4 minute set, but it's a special kind of show called Joke Marmalade where you do 4 minutes, and then for 1 minute to 2 minutes, the comics in the crowd give you tags,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
and then on Wednesday, there's a show too. There's a show on Wednesday, and on Thursday there's also a show, but that show's garbage. Not because of the show. It's specifically supposed to be one of those anyone can show up and not get bumped type of shows.
Yeah.
A lot of internal integrity, a lot of like a lot of garbage sets
I hate
by design.
integrity. That's my least
design,
favorite
yeah.
trait out of any trait that people can have. It's like, oh, look at me. I have integrity. Fuck you.
I got a friend with a lot of integrity. He won't listen to Kanye because he doesn't like Kanye as a person, or like obviously either R. Kelly or Louis C.K. are right out for him.
What a whore.
Yeah, and we're doing like commercial training reads in class, and he fucking walked out because he doesn't approve of that sort of behavior because he's not a sellout.
Oh my god.
He's a cool guy, but I disagree with him on a lot of fundamental things.
Yeah. I want to smash this guy's face off a table. But
No, he's a cool guy. He's a big, tall, white guy, and he his apartment has a bunch of Japanese shit, like a bunch of like carvings of like bonsai tree scenes in like a wooden cylinder that's clear on the sides.
yeah.
He's got a ton of those, like a lot of Japanese stuff, because some Japanese guy was having a yard sale of all his old antiques. So now he's he's silk robes and kimonos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, it's a little appropriating. I would think somebody with integrity wouldn't do that, but it's okay.
That's you pick and choose your lifestyle, and he chose his, I chose mine,
Yep.
and we don't come to loggerheads very often. So I appreciate that.
I like when you like hear about people or you like see people on Facebook and you're like, what a piece of shit, you know? Then you run into them in person and you're like, what's up, man? And they're like totally
hey, man,
cool.
how's it going? Yeah, not much, man. How are you?
Yeah, you'll like hang out with them and shit, then you leave. You're like, God, that guy fucking blows. You know?
I know. We're so fake. That's just how you live your life, though, is fake. As somebody who's real all the time, I couldn't stand someone like that.
Oh, God, yeah, that sounds worse than any of the people I talk shit about. At least they're fake, too. I know they're
You just
talking
walk up to
shit
them and
about
like,
me.
hey, you look kind of shitty today. I'm like, I know that, but you don't, like, fucking, dude.
Yeah. Dude, that's always, like, my worst fear, that I'm gonna be out and somebody's gonna come up and be like, you know, you're a real
Like, the
piece of
first thing you
shit.
say to this person is they're just like, hey, nice fucking pimple on your forehead. You look like a volcano. And you're like,
Yeah.
dude,
Or
I'm trying
these
to live.
or
I
these
can't control
people
this.
that I talk shit about, like they're gonna come up to me and be like, "You probably talk shit about me. Fuck you." You know, like they know. Like when
Yeah.
I'm walking up to somebody, I'm like, "Oh, I've talked so much shit about this person." I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" I'm thinking like,
Yeah.
there's a chance they'll be super unfriendly. Like I know what you think about me.
You know, sometimes I'll overcompensate with niceness. I'll be like, I was unfair to this person when I talked about them, so like now I'll be like, I'm their friend
Yeah,
because I'm like, you
exactly.
deserved better than that. So now we're tight.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. I feel like everybody does that. Like you just talk shit about people like when they're
For
not
sure.
around. You know?
I didn't invent this shitty behavior. It was taught to me by everyone I ever met.
Yeah, dude. Like you know, I don't know. There's just certain traits that people have that like hammer into your mind, and whenever you notice it, you're like, oh fuck this guy. But
Yeah.
then, you know, but then it's also not a serious fuck this guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm that way with like everybody I'm closest with. You know, like we'll leave my mom's house and I'm like, Lyndon's a piece of shit. You know. And then, you know, except for with people I'm close to, I'll tell them. You know, Lyndon
You
will
know what's-
say
it's
some
so fun
stuff
to,
and I'll be like,
shit
shut
talk your
up.
brother though.
Yeah,
Not like
it
your
is.
brother, like my brother.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like, you know, Lyndon will come into my house and be like, oh, I'm so allergic to cats. My allergies are so bad. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Don't be a bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not that allergic. Like, I've had people over who are like, you know, fucking dying. You know, they need like a Benadryl. They look like they've been punched in the face. And he's over here, doesn't even sneeze once. I'm like, have some respect and sneeze on my couch, you fucking lying faggot. Like,
Yeah,
what's
totally.
wrong with you? at least
Tossing some
pretend.
N-words, pepper it around.
Yeah, you fucking cunt. At least pretend to have allergies when you're around me. If you're gonna
Yeah.
shit talk my house, oh, there's so much cat hair. Like, yeah, why don't you act like it? I want to see
Like,
you pulling out an
I'm
EpiPen and, fucking
I'm gonna
hanging
be
your
real
head out
here,
the
Leighton.
window.
There is significant cat hair at your place. I will admit that it is acceptable levels, which is unexpected because you have a hoarder level of cats. You have how many cats is it now?
6.
So someone came to pick up that extra cat you were housing.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah,
you know what I love? You know why?
he has a fucking. It's basically an apartment with a garage.
It's a
Underneath.
condo.
It's a condo,
That's what it's called.
and he has so many cats.
Dude, whenever that was the one thing I shit talked to you about when you'd be over and you'd be like, oh, like you'd say something and you'd be like, the apartment. And I'd always turn to Angela and be like, it's a fucking condo. Whenever
It's
anybody,
like it
Sean
is
will
a
be
condo.
like, are you at the apartment? I'm like, no, because I don't know what you're talking about. It's a condo. It's not a goddamn apartment. I have my own address.
Leighton,
I
you are
don't have an
correct.
apartment number.
It is a condo. However, it's basically an apartment.
I know, it looks like one when you walk in, but
It's like the downstairs is one door and a brief staircase up to where everything is, and also the garage.
yeah, there's a garage door. Whenever people say, oh, how was your apartment? I'm like, I've never lived in one. So
This is how
you
you
tell
break Leighton
me.
Ward. If you meet him in person and if you want to break his spirit, ask him about his apartment.
Yeah, dude, it drives me crazy. And I think the reason it does is because I pay for a condo. You know what I mean? I'm like, condos
Yeah.
are a little more expensive. How dare you imply? Like, my shit is like an apartment, but it's like an apartment that has reinvented itself and gone to therapy, worked on its looks, it's gone to the
Yeah.
gym. You know what I mean?
Get the tattoos removed, and a short haircut.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's an apartment that's trying, god damn it. How
Yeah.
dare you? How
Like
dare
fucking
you?
Boonk Gang.
Yeah.
Do you see about Boonk Gang?
No.
So
I
you know
just
who Boonk
agree
Gang was,
blindly
right?
with things.
He was just some guy on the internet who had a bunch of face tattoos, and he would steal stuff on camera and yell "Boonk Gang, we on that gang shit."
This guy sounds horrible, but
Yeah. And anyway, now he wears turtlenecks. Like he just like posts pictures of him wearing turtlenecks, like he's cleaned up
what a
because he
pussy.
almost OD'd, and then he's like, "No more of this. I'm just gonna wear turtlenecks." But he still's got like he's got like knives and shit on his face in tattoo form.
I can respect that. My previous stepsister, who was also my girlfriend before she was my stepsister, but that's a whole bag of worms.
Is that why you
and
broke
stuff.
up?
Kind of, yeah, pretty much. But that's why I get so annoyed about that stepsister porn. It's like it's not funny. But you know, I hate it. I see it. I'm like, is my life a joke to you?
That's hilarious. Oh my god. I hope I never heard this.
I don't know. I don't know. I guess I don't talk about it much. But anyway, she OD'd like 3 times. And it's like, for God's sake, how many times do you have to OD before you're like, hey, I've legally died a couple times. Maybe I should not. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like, holy
I should
shit.
cut back.
Yeah, just cut back at least.
Just one sherm stick a week.
Yeah, but then I swear they get it in their mind. They're like, oh, well, since Narcan's a thing, I'm invincible. It's like, I mean, the anecdotal evidence is very strong in your favor, but you're wrong. Like, I know you have died 3 times, but that
Yeah,
doesn't
for sure.
mean that you can die 4 and be fine. Even though you might think that that would be the case. But, no. Anyway, what I was going to say when you asked me how many cats, you know what I love how we got so many cats is because once you have over like 3 cats, here's what everybody does. They go, hey, you have a lot of cats. You want another cat? I'm sure I've already said this on the podcast because it drives me crazy.
Not
But
this one.
oh, okay. But yeah, you're like, just because I have a lot of something doesn't mean I want more of it. That would be like if I walked into somebody's house and been like, I see you have 3 couches. That's funny. I'm actually getting rid of a couch. Would you like a fourth one? And they're like, no, no, we've got enough couches. And you're like, you already have 3 couches. What's four? You know? And then eventually they have a living room just with like 6 couches piled up. You're walking through there like, what the fuck? Why do you have so many couches?
The analogy is not perfect.
No. Well, I just like
I understand where you're coming from.
I like to picture it.
I grasp the situation.
I like to picture somebody walking into my room and there being 6 couches and they're like bumping into them. They're like, God damn it, there's a couch everywhere you walk. What the fuck? I wish these couches would start dying or something. Like, Jesus. Not that I want my cats to die, but no. It is a horrible.
Like, you could lose a few and it wouldn't really affect you.
Yeah, it's a horrible analogy. I get that. I think just me in my head, like, what's the most absurd thing that's not a cat? Like, you know what I mean? Like a couch, but, yeah. Anyway.
Well, how's that scooter?
It's good, but, you know.
So for context, Leighton and I went to Dave & Buster's and pulled off one of the greatest heists known to man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we
walked away with an electric scooter for Leighton.
We got an electric scooter, and
yeah,
you know, it's okay, but now there's like snow and salt everywhere, so what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
So like I've wanted to get back into skateboarding, but then I'm like, what the fuck? If I go buy a skateboard now, I have like a week, you know?
Yeah.
And then I'm done. I can go to an indoor skate park, but what, I'm gonna pay $25 a day to go ride around?
They are pricey.
Yeah, they are. They're like, oh, we have a lot of wood.
Those
like,
free skates, which they're like sideways rollerblades that you kind of wiggle like it's sideways. It's not a bad way to say it. It's like a skateboard, but there's no middle, and you wiggle your feet.
Well, like a ripstick?
No, so it's
okay.
Like it looks kind of like a ripstick, but with no middle. But you could like your feet move independently, and you need to have a lot of core strength, which was why it's hard to get good because you need to like. It's
I have no core strength.
Yeah.
Do I look like an apple?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, that was really dumb. Okay.
It was really dumb, which I was
it was
trying
good,
to plow
though.
through.
All right, plow through as you do.
We're free to go there. There's no consequences here. No one's arresting you for that.
All right.
You have to cross another few lines before that.
Oh, I'll cross them. All right. All right, but you had one of those, and you had a free skate.
Yeah, I had some free skates. I actually have a spare pair, so I'll fucking toss them over to you, and we can wiggle our way directly on flat face onto the ground because they're hard.
Sounds
they're
fun.
hard to use. Yeah. Anyway, so I was looking for a skate park, but they all cost money because they're indoors.
Yeah, you pretty much have like, what is it, 0 gravity here? It's in Waterford. That's like the only indoor one where you don't have to fucking hike the Himalayas and kill a prostitute to get to. So...
But you can still do that for fun if you want to.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna on the way, but that, you know, I like to have the option not to. But, yeah, I mean, you know, I get it, because, like, they built things, but come on, fuck you. I'm not paying that.
Yeah.
Or if I do it, I'm not going to pay it every day. That's the thing. Like, if I have a skateboard, I want to go fucking tear it up, you know, like when I wake up, you know, or have a couple beers.
Hold on. Breaking news. Kanye West just tweeted, Ye and Dre, Jesus is King Part 2 coming soon.
Did he really?
He did.
Oh my god, Twitter.
And he's got a picture of him and Dre in the studio.
Oh, Dre. I thought you said Drake.
No. He and Drake are not that cool right now.
Yeah, that's why I was confused. I mean,
I don't know. Maybe they squashed it, but they're like, there's a little bit of bitterness after the whole lift yourself thing.
I love how Dre looks like happy and Kanye's just standing there like miserably. What a good picture.
Kanye doesn't do well in happy pictures.
No, he doesn't.
Like, well, there's like one where he's like really jubilant, but it's like yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, Let me put this picture up on the stream. I forgot I could do that. Let's see if I can pop that in there. Oh yeah, there we go. It's on the video now. The video of the background. Look at Kanye. He looks so unenthused. Alright, that was great. Anyway. Fucking... Yeah, I thought you said Drake. I was gonna say, wow. Like, as if it's as if he's trying to make a worse Jesus is King album. But Dre I can handle. I'm not a big fan, but he's not bad.
I would like to establish for the record that I actually enjoy the record Jesus is King, and I am not a Christian.
I like it in like a weird way. There's a few songs that for some reason I love. I mean, Follow God obviously is great, but
A black man?
I do like I do
And,
like that.
like the postcard on the video. It's like his father asked him how many acres on his ranch, and he said like, I don't know, 40,000.
Yeah,
And then his dad said, "A black man."
I do like that God Is song for some reason. It's just like so Kanye. He's just like horribly singing. I played it for Angela. She's like, he cannot sing. I'm like, yeah, but either can Kid Cudi, but it works. Yeah. You know, I liked watching the SNL performance with Kid Cudi of them doing Ghost Town, and
oh yeah,
everybody on Twitter is going. Everybody on Twitter is going, this Kid Cudi guy doesn't know how to sing. The note's flat. I'm like, that's how it's written. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's always flat, but it's good.
I know I've told you this before, but I'll say it one more time. I re-listened to like Man on the Moon and some old Kid Cudi albums, and
Yeah.
I really thought that this is an amazing album if you don't speak English.
Yeah.
Because the lyricism is very weak.
Yeah. That's like when
I'm Mr. Solo Dolo.
I kind of like it though. It's got like a mood. That album really does have like a mood. I don't know.
Like that's what I mean. It's one of the best of all time if you don't listen to the words.
Yeah, I guess lyrically it's not amazing, but I actually don't mind the lyrics too much. But it's like when you listen to French rap, you know, and they're like, and you're like, yeah, fucking this shit bangs, you know? And then you like look up the lyrics, you're like, okay, it kind of sucks, but
yeah. Or like Japanese rap. There's a lot of Japanese rappers actually.
You mean Rapanese?
And I'm not a fan. Like the language flow. I don't really like it.
Yeah.
To rap.
You know,
but it's like it's really popular over there.
Yeah, I mean, America is like the one country that really holds down rap. Like I listen to some French rap and you can tell that they're all just doing an impression of an American rapper. Like we created rap and we like lead the way, and then you listen to a new like rap song from France and you go, "Oh, this is like some shit you'd hear on like the Carter 3 or something." You know, like you're 10 years behind. Not saying cool? It's not good.
It's like, because it's not like fucking Japanese like rapper. It's not like it's full of like, the Asian equivalent of like white guys trying to like just middle schoolers trying to rap.
Yeah.
Because there's like Yakuza like guys who are currently like working with the government to like extort and keep businesses like quote unquote protected. Like these guys are fucking murderers. They got they got the back art and it's like really they got mad like gangster culture, and there's like and the history of like torture and murder in Japan is way more extreme than in the West.
Yeah.
And so like it's not like street cred or whatever that they're lacking.
Yeah, but
it is really just the imitation factor.
It is. It's
I'd really like to see some like I don't know, get a fucking shamisen out there and then like have like some Yakuza guy like sing a haiku about murdering some guy or something, like the bamboo shoot thing where like he fucking grows bamboo through his flesh and he dies.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, he really did that, huh? And he's like, yeah, I'm like 80 and I did that.
Yeah, like I don't really care where rap's from, but you know, you have some like respect when a rap artist has some kind of ingenuity. But yeah, when it's just like a shitty impression of an American rapper, you're like, okay, so first off, it's...
Well, I feel like for hip hop, like the authenticity is a big factor.
Yeah.
Like, like, but like people love Bobby Shmurda because like he's like really a criminal, like for real.
Yeah. But
Like
then,
people are like Jay-Z, hell yeah, he's really moving those drugs. He's really killing people.
yeah, well,
Uh,
then look
Tupac is
at,
really a criminal.
if you look
Biggie's
though,
really dealing those drugs. He knows what he's talking about on Crack Commandments because he really sold crack.
yeah. But if you look at like new rap, like look at like JPEG Mafia, he's not like a gangster, but like there's
Yeah, but
like
he's
some
not
kind of
rapping about that.
ingenuity here. Yeah,
You know,
yeah, of course. But there's definitely,
but and it all sprang from that.
yeah,
And
it
plus,
did.
and plus,
Well,
JPEG is he's coming from Death Grips.
yeah, I don't think it all sprang from that. I think it turned into that. I think it all sprung from like shitty 80s rap, like, oh, got me a
Like, what
shirt
are you
and I'm
talking?
gonna
Like
wear
Sugar
it
Hill Gang? Are
out.
you talking about Slick Rick? Slick Rick was a fucking gangster, dude.
No, I just mean like all that early rap. Like, I mean,
Yeah, that's
but
that like Slick Rick. He was like
they weren't all
doing like
gangsters. Look at like
yeah.
Run DMC. They didn't even swear.
What about Will Smith? He's a murderer.
Oh yeah, big Willie
He
Smith.
murdered my opinion of him with these endless shitty movies in the
Yeah,
recent
well, and
decade.
shitty rap.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dude,
who do you
fucking,
talk to?
dude, Wild Wild West. You got Mad Weapons too. Ain't trying to hear that.
Yeah,
Can't
what
bring me down the champion. Y'all clowns go and see that it can't be done.
what the fuck is
I'm the
that? Making a
slickest they
rap
is.
song about a movie?
I'm the quickest they is. Did I say I'm the slickest they is?
Oh my god. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Do I? Wow. Obama doesn't even have a soundbite about rap. Are you kidding me? I guess this one will work.
Black folks are savages, and any contact with them breeds infection.
Whoa, Obama, Jesus
Whoa.
Christ. Trying to keep
More
this
like,
not
whoa, Obama.
racist. Yeah, what the fuck, dude? Jesus, Barack. I can call him
It's
Barack
okay,
now
it's
because
okay
he's
though,
on the
because we'll
show.
forgive you because of your status, Obama, and we'll continue to let you be on our show.
Yeah, although he's got to watch out saying stuff like that. He is half white, so
Yeah.
yikes. Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Fucking what a crazy president.
Yeah. He bombed a lot of people, but he never told us. We had to find that out on our own, and that's fostering ingenuity in your children, and I appreciate that. He was a good father.
Yeah, it's
No,
like
your dad might cheat on your mom and beat you, but like he makes you into the man you're supposed to be
well, and here's the thing. It would be
instead of just
like
tweeting at you.
if I told Angela about all of the girls that I've murdered, then she'd have to live with that. It would be on her conscience. But since
No,
I
for
keep
real,
it to
she's gonna murder
myself,
you way before you murder her.
no, I know. But since I keep it to myself, then she doesn't have to be bothered with the burden. And that's what Obama did for us. He was like, I'll kill people, but I won't tell you. That way you don't have to worry about it, you know? Like, don't let it worry you, you little idiots. And I appreciate that. Like, yeah, I want to think about that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas Dick Cheney was like, let's fucking murder them. And you're like, yeah, why don't you relax?
Hey, get the birdshot. Dave Chappelle's specials taught me like why he shot that guy in the face and didn't die. I mean, it didn't tell me why he shot the guy in the face. It told me why he didn't die.
Oh, yeah, because
Because it was
they're,
birdshot, not buckshot.
yeah, birdshot will, I mean, it's like getting hit by
That
a
won't
bunch of
kill a
tiny
man.
BBs. Yeah. Yeah, fucking, you need some buckshot in there. Really
Yeah.
tear shit up. But, dude, Dick Cheney, what a fucking piece of shit. Never trust a man without a heartbeat. That's what I say.
Yeah, he really doesn't, and it's pretty impressive, really.
Dude.
That medical technology can sustain you with a non-functional heart,
Yeah,
provided you have lots of money.
it would be great if he was questioned about the war and he was like, "Do you not have a heart?" And he was like, "Actually, no." And we're like, "Oh
Yeah.
shit." Okay.
So it's still in there though. It's just like rotting or something.
No, they took it out. They replaced it with a valveless like metal heart.
Really?
Yeah, so it has a pump, similar to like the pump on a fish tank where it sucks in the blood and pushes it around, so it cycles it, but it doesn't beat because it's just a continuous flow.
Okay.
I mean, how fucked up is that? It's like, geez, dude, you don't even have a heartbeat. No wonder
I
you're
wonder
a
if that's
psycho.
like if that could be like refined into making like better athletes.
Yeah, maybe. They're like,
Because
wow, you have a resting heart rate of 0. You're a fucking
if you
Olympian.
could manually increase your heart rate, and by heart rate I mean like the blood flow
Yeah.
without like overload, like to just the limit, I think you can oxygenate your muscles faster
Yeah,
and
you hook
deliver
it to an
energy more
app,
efficiently.
hook it up to an app on your phone,
Yeah,
just get all vascular and
because like,
like,
I think a big reason that like a faster heart rate doesn't equal better is because it has to dilate and contract really quickly. You know,
yeah.
but if it's a constant flow, you don't have that problem.
What if Dick Cheney didn't even have any heart problems and he was just like,
He just wanted to become a robot.
yeah, he's like, I don't want to have to worry about a heart attack. Just put in a fake one. And they're like, you got it, Dick. Dude, who goes
Yeah.
by the name
Now
Dick?
he's Tony fucking Stark over here.
Oh, can I tell you this hilarious story? Watch, it's
Yeah.
not even gonna be funny. God damn it, I
All
hate
right.
prefacing something with like, dude, this is so funny. Anyway, um, so when
You gotta
I
have a rim shot to tell me when the punchline is, otherwise I won't know.
oh, you'll know. I so I had to get surgery on my collarbone, and I'm in the hospital, and I'm going under for surgery. So I give my mom my phone.
Sorry. Why did you need surgery?
Oh, because I broke my collarbone.
Okay, okay.
And so I'm going into surgery, and I give my mom my phone, and I come out of surgery, and I'm all like fucked up and stuff, and my grandma and my mom go, who is Dick Bush? Because there's this kid that I hung out with who I went to high school with. His name was Richard Bush, and everybody called him Dick Bush. That was
I
his
see. It
name.
makes sense.
Yeah. And I go, oh, it's my friend. And they're like, but that's not really his name. And I'm like, yeah, it is. And
Yeah.
dude, my mom and my grandma are in tears laughing. My grandma's like crying. She's like, Dick Bush. And I'm like, yeah, grandma. Like, what the fuck? They are laughing so hard. This is the funniest thing in the world to me. See, it wasn't that funny, but
Yeah.
just watching
I think
your
it's because you
grandma.
revealed all the details to me in advance, and to them
Yeah,
it was in the moment.
yeah. But watching your grandma just like crying, like saying Dick Bush over and over, like they couldn't
Yeah.
believe it. It was so fucking great. I
Oh
was
yeah.
like, wow, that's wonderful. It's even funnier. They just couldn't believe it was a real person.
Yeah. But
Hmm.
it is. I wonder if he's doing okay now.
Yeah, I think he is. I think we're friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. I don't really talk to that many people I went to high school with anymore. I just kept getting arrested, and I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Like
They weren't
after
very
you get
good for you.
arrested like 4 times, you're like, God damn, I gotta
Yeah.
stop this shit.
Yeah, it's like if Angela's ever like, you should like, you need to go out and like work more or something. It's like, when I go outside, I get arrested.
Yeah, for
This is
real.
dangerous.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Dude, cops can be so annoying. I hate. Have you ever been pulled over?
I have been, but she let me go because I look white and I was polite,
Nice.
and I wasn't. I was only speeding like 10 over.
Yeah. I just and because it was a female. If you're a male, female cops are way nicer to you, and if you're a male, male cops are dicks to you. But the worst is if you're a female and you get a
I want to
female
disagree,
cop.
but anecdotally, that has been the case.
No, it is like if you're a female and you get a female cop. Oh my god! Like they're. I don't know why they seem to hate women. But that's the thing. Women hate women so much. Why doesn't anybody talk about that? Like you bring up any woman, and every other woman's like, oh, that fucking dumb whore, you know?
Yeah, I kind of mentioned something like not to that, like to the sentiment. Like it was much tamer,
Yeah.
but I was on a date and she did not like it.
Oh,
She's like, she's like, Women don't do that. You're generalizing. I'm like, you also generalized when you said women don't do that.
Yeah, that's true. You should have been like, I'm not generalizing. It's just what most of them do.
No, but
Like,
I
that's
reckon
generalizing.
I was like, you know what? I am kind of. I'm sure it doesn't always apply, but um,
Yeah, but it's one of
plus
those
like at the
cases.
time I was still trying to
Fucker.
be charming. The date did
Yeah.
not go well, but
Ooh, no anal.
that was at the beginning. I didn't know at the time.
Yeah. Did he at least finger her in the butthole?
I did not actually.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I love when you get pulled over and the cop, like you'll do some move and then the cop pulls you over and he's like, why the fuck would you do that? You're like, what? I was driving, man. You know what I mean? Why are you asking
Okay, so
me?
say wait, okay, let's simulate it. I pull you over. You're a skirt. Meow. Roll down the window.
Okay. I don't have a crank window, but
Do you know how fast you were going?
52.
I think you already fucked up. You gotta let him tell you.
Oh, no, I don't. How fast?
Uh, you're going about 30 miles over.
Whew. Well, really fucked up here, huh?
It's kind of dark
And then
outside.
you shoot me.
You almost look black, and we don't like blacks around here.
Well, I am
You want
black.
to see hard time, boy? I see what they do to you in prison. You tear that little butt up.
Well, good thing that I'm a homosexual male.
Oh, you're one of them. You're one of them queers, huh?
Oh, yeah. Big ol'.
Well, there's only one way a queer like you could stay out of prison. Is if you prove to me that you're nice, good, and pure. You know how you could do that?
With a bouquet of fruit.
All right, I was trying to go. I'm trying to drive it. I was trying to drive it for it, but there's something called a Sam Hyde's Officer Maggot Dick Cop Faggot,
I
and
was.
it's Sam Hyde, uh, who is one of the only funny Republican comedians. There's only a few. Uh, uh, he dresses up in a cop outfit and he just abuses people and spits on them. And it's I'll post you the link. Officer Maggot Dick Cop Faggot.
Oh,
Uh, it's a high quality sketch.
all right. Check that out.
I'll,
I
I'll, I'll post up for you.
I got pulled over when I lived in Auburn Hills, and it was one of those weird situations where I okay, so when the light goes yellow, but traffic is so backed up that you're stuck like underneath the light.
Yeah.
Okay, so that happens, and then the light turns like because I'm doing a turnaround. So I'm like turned into the road, like a
Wait, are you
major.
doing a Michigan left?
Yeah. And so like my car is in the lane that I'm turning into, but then everybody stops, so I had to stop before I was fully in the lane. Now, the traffic behind me starts to go, and then the traffic in front of me starts to go. So I follow the traffic because my car is blocking the lane. So I have to go with the traffic or else I'll be blocking the people behind me. So
Of
then
course.
there's a cop behind me, and I go, well, he's for sure pulling me over. And he does. And he goes, like, what was that? I'm like, honestly, I had no idea what to do there. Like,
Mm.
what, he goes, well, you were impeding traffic. And I go, well, right, that's why I followed traffic. That way I wouldn't be stuck in that lane. I go, like, what should I have done there? He goes, you should have stayed there. I'm like, it was so hard for me not to be like, right, but then I would have been impeding traffic, the thing you're ticketing me for. Because then
Yeah.
traffic
Okay.
wouldn't have been able to go because my car would have been in the lane. But, I was like, I'm not even going to fucking argue with it. Because a minute with a cop where you're like, what? They're like, the fuck did you say? Dude, they get this, like, thing where they're like, I'll have you know I passed a test. You're like, why don't you relax, okay? You're not God.
Right.
It's like,
So you
you
get let
showed
off?
up a place. No, he gave me a ticket. But no points or anything.
You threw away your white privilege when you got that tattoo.
I know. They're like, what are you, some kind of fucking gangster? Like, hell yeah. And then one time, oh my god, this was the worst. I'm coming home from work. It's 5 p.m. And I'm coming home. I get home. I go to pull into my driveway, but there's a cop car in my driveway. I'm like, ugh, are you fucking kidding me? So I like park in front of my house and I walk up and there's a cop and he's like, do you live here? I'm like, no, I just show up at random people's houses for fun. And he's like, well, we got a call that, your dog's been barking. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he goes, oh, is this your dog? And my dog's outside, like on a leash. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, you're lucky, you came when you did, or, we would have taken her to the pound and this and that. Basically, what happened was Angela, before she left for work, let the dog out on the lead, and then left for work and forgot her outside. So she had been out there for like 3 hours, and of course the neighbor calls the cops. It's like, grow up. And, they're like, it's cold out here, blah, blah, blah. I wanted to be like, yeah, it's like 55 and she's a dog, but,
Yeah.
like, they have fur, but okay, dude.
Of course,
But
of course.
anyway, they give me like a $200 ticket for having a barking dog. I'm like, really? Dogs can't bark? They're like, oh, it's an ordinance. You're not allowed to have a barking dog. I'm like, okay, well, that seems like a real thing. So, anyway, I had to pay it, and it was fucking stupid. But, dude, I cannot explain to you how hard it was in that moment to, like, not be pissed at Angela. Like when somebody's like, I'm so sorry, and you're like, quit being apologetic, because I want to tell you to go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
You're like, I just had to show up to the house.
Reciprocate my anger, fuck you!
Yeah. I'm like, I had to show up to the house and there were cops here and I got a $200 ticket. Like, you want to be like, fucking quit apologizing. I want to be angry. Like, but then, you can only be so mean to somebody when they're being like apologetic. It's like, why can't you call me a dick so I can go off on you? Jesus.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
I want to fester my hate and then unleash it on the world. And
Yeah.
You're cucking me.
But dude, what a stupid fucking ticket. You can get a ticket if your dog is barking. It's like, Jesus, man. Like, are we in Nazi Germany? Why don't you relax?
Yeah.
At least Novi doesn't have an ordinance like that. That was Waterford. It's like, dude, that's like that scam where they're like, you have to register your dog and get a license. It's like, I'm not gonna pay the city to have a dog, you fucking... Yeah. What is this?
Pets like dogs and cats and gerbils and such should be a human right until the point where there's like some kind of infectious disease.
Yeah, you have to
Then they should be
register
registered.
them. They have to be registered for like $25 a year, and they get a little license. It's like, I didn't buy a motorcycle, I bought a fucking dog.
For real, yeah.
Like, I refuse to do that. It's just so they can make more money.
Everything is for that, though.
Yeah, like, what are they gonna do? Like, the cops asked me that when they showed up. They go, do you have a license for that dog? I was like, do you hear how fucking retarded that sounds?
Yeah.
Do I
Yeah.
have a license for my dog? I didn't say that. but
No,
I'm
which
like,
is why
no.
I'm not driving him.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I don't. They're like, well, you need to get that taken care of. I'm like, right, I'll get on that.
Yeah.
Fucking never. Are you kidding me?
What, do you go to the fucking Secretary of State?
Yeah, you go to like, I think you go to the city hall building or whatever, like the city clerk.
Okay, so wait. Why is the Secretary of State not called the DMV? In Michigan, the DMV is called the Secretary of State. But
I
why?
don't know. I don't know, because the DMV has negative implications because people complain about it all the time. But the Secretary of State is horrible. Dude, whenever you go there, like, I like
Yeah,
how they
it looks
just.
like it smells and it looks like shit.
It does. Well, and I like how unimportant they treat you. Like, they treat you like you're not standing in front of them. They'll be, like, having a conversation with their coworker, just, like, like, stamping your shit. And then they, like, hand it to you. They're like, you're done. Next. You're like, I'm a human being. Jesus. But they're like
Yeah.
so done with it. They're just like, I'm not even gonna look you in the eyes. Like you're not shit to me.
Yeah. Though there's a kiosk in there where you show up and you put in your phone number and then they text you when you're near the front of the line and then you just like you come away from whatever the fuck else you were doing and show back up at the Secretary of State so you don't have to clog up the zone and smell all the people.
Oh, I know, but last time I did that,
And if you're at the front and you're not like gonna be back soon, like you're at a meal and you still got half an hour left before you can arrive, you can just delay it and like move yourself down the list.
no, they used to let you delay it, now they don't.
They don't?
No, here's what happened to me. So I get in line at 10:30. Not even kidding. I get in the virtual line at 10:30. It, there's like 250 people. So it's like almost
Standard.
4 p.m.
This is
Almost
not a large room.
I've been waiting in line for 6 hours, and they go, um, you know, you're going to be called soon, show up, because I'm number 15 in line. And mind you, they move through about one person every 5 minutes, and I'm 15 in line. So I get in the car, I start driving there. But there's traffic, of course, because it's fucking Novi. And we are 4 minutes away. 4 minutes from the Secretary of State, and they text me and go, sorry, you lost your position in line. And that was it. I couldn't rejoin. You know how usually you have 10 minutes to rejoin, and they'll put you back at the front if you miss it. Can't rejoin. I waited 6 hours and got fucked.
That's fucking awful.
Dude, I was so angry. Do you ever just, like, you have that anger, but you don't have anyone or any place to direct it to? So you're just, like, driving around yelling, Then Angela's like, well, you can't do anything about it now. I'm like, this is such fucking bullshit, though. What the fuck? She's like, I know. I'm like, I don't even know who to be angry at. Like, I'm not yelling at you. I just have to, like, be angry for a bit, I have
like,
all of this
I would
rage.
describe myself as not even tempered. Like I'm very reactive, I guess sometimes.
Yeah,
to
I don't
people.
get angry often.
But except for when I'm around people who are driving. If I'm in someone's car and they're driving, they'll fucking like accuse murder on people. I took an Uber last month, and the guy, some guy was like next to him, and then he pulled the guy over. Like he's like, hey, fucking like stop, and he like pulled down his window. He's like, stop. And then the guy pulled over for some reason, and he just yelled at him like, "Are you asleep? Are you asleep?
Oh my god,
Are you fucking asleep?"
dude!
And me and my bud are looking at each other like, dude, this $8 ride. We're just trying to get to the subway.
I know, it's fucking when me, Angela, and my two best friends like drove to Chicago. This was like the day before Angela and I even started dating. But we take her car to Chicago, so I'm driving. Those two are in the back seat pounding beer. They go through a 30 case of beer on the way to Chicago. They're pissing in milk jugs.
Jesus.
And yeah,
Wait,
so
who's pissing in milk jugs?
they are, because they're drinking so much beer, they have to piss constantly, So they have a bunch of empty milk jugs they're pissing in. And they are hammered when we get there. I mean, hammered. Because they each had 15 beers. And so they kill a 30 rack of Busch Light. What?
Am I the weird one for not pissing in bottles?
I think so. I don't know. I do it if I'm drinking. And it's convenient.
I know you do it because you fucking pissed all over yourself in episode 1.
I know. That was great. But anyway, we get there and we're walking down the road and this cab driver, I don't know.
Like watch it like 6 years from now. Like we're gonna be on like some like a podcast with listeners, and we're gonna be like working professionals. And he's gonna ask like, "Hey, you got a story?" And I was like, "Yeah, Leighton Ward and me. We did a little bit of a podcast together. In episode 1, he pissed himself.
That's going to be a good story, though. And there's
Yeah,
sound footage of it.
yeah.
But anyway, we like are crossing the road or something, and this cab driver's like being a dick or whatever, and tries to like go around my friends or something. So then we're on the sidewalk at this point, and my friend's like, fuck you. And the cab driver stops and rolls down his window, and he's like, fuck you. And my friends are like hammered, and they're like, we'll fuck you up. Get out of that cab right now. Come on, we'll fuck you up. And he's like, oh, you guys go fuck yourself. And they're like walking toward the cab. They're like, come on, bitch, get out. Come on. Like, you fucking pussy. We'll fuck you up. And he's like, go fuck yourselves. And he like peels off. And me and Angela are walking, you know, we're like 2 car lengths behind them on the sidewalk. And they turn around, they're like, why are you guys walking back there? What, you don't want to be associated with us? I'm like, you're trying to fight cab drivers. We've been here for 5 minutes, dude. You guys are threatening to, like, fucking murder a cab driver on the sidewalk. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Like these guys are angry, and like I kind of understand it because they get paid like what, $1 an hour.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid, ridiculous. Uh, but you know, they're not getting a good rating for me, regardless.
Yeah,
I
some
still
cab
tip though.
drivers.
Like I had a haircut 2 months ago, and the guy he fucked up my hair and then cut his hand open and bled all over my shirt. And
Oh
then
my
he came
God.
back, and then he left for like 5 minutes while I'm sitting there. And he didn't say a word to me, and then he came back and yelled at me for not leaving, and I still tipped him because I don't think that I have the authority to not tip.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Dude.
it was $25, and I gave him 30. And then I had to get a second haircut in one day.
Oh my God.
The second haircut in one day, that's like there's a story behind that action.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's never like the first haircut was great, but I just had to have more.
Yeah. I'm just addicted to these.
Yeah, I had this cab driver in Australia. It was
I'm
my
so starved for human contact that I can't afford therapy, so I
yeah.
got a haircut.
The day I got to Australia, I landed and I went and played a bunch of poker. I ended up making money, and I'm going back to my aunt's house in the morning, and so I take a cab back. Now I get back to my aunt's house, and the cab ride comes out to $27, and which is fine, you know, they're expensive there. And
Yeah.
I I had to take a cab because I didn't have internet on my phone at the time. So because I had to activate my new SIM card, so I couldn't Uber. But I take the cab back, and I just came from the casino, so they pay you out in hundreds. And so I give him $100 bill for the 30, and he goes, "I don't have change for that." And I go,
So what do
"Okay,
you want to do?
yeah." I'm like, well, you know, he's like, "Well, you know, yeah, I can't break that." I'm like, right, I get that. So, you know, you're gonna have to figure that out. You're the one receiving the money. You know, if you don't want to get paid, I
Hmm.
can get out right now.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you know, I don't know. Like, I
It's
guess
like you
we'll
you
have to
can't
get.
just say no to my idea. You have to bring something to the table. Like what are we
Yeah.
doing?
He's like, I guess we'll need to get change. I'm like, great. You know, I guess we'll go get change. So we have to like drive to a gas station, and I have to break $100 bill. Mind you, it's 6:30 in the morning because I've been like binging on some poker, and I haven't slept yet. So we're at this gas station, and he's got to fill up his car and go in, and you know we're like hanging out there. I'm like, you better fucking stop that meter. I told him to before we started driving. I'm like, you better stop that meter. Like, I'm not paying to go get change for you because you
Of
fucking didn't
course,
have
yeah.
change. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, then we were in
Like
there,
this is
and
on you, dude. Like
I
right
got
now I'm doing you a
change,
favor.
and I still tipped him. And while we
Yeah.
were in the gas station, I bought an egg salad sandwich and ate it because I was dying. And then I got
Yeah.
back to my aunt's house, and I was like, holy shit, why did I do that? You know, like
Yeah,
it turned out
why would you buy
fine.
an egg salad sandwich in a gas station? You're gonna die, dude.
I know, it turned out fine, but I was like,
That's a
wow, that was
year off
one.
your life.
Yeah. I mean, I've fucking been drunk and doing coke, but nothing. That's not even nearly as crazy as
No,
buying an egg
not at
salad
all.
sandwich from a gas station at 6 in the morning in a different
Mm.
country. Like, geez, I've got a death wish here. So, still, every time I go into a gas station, it was a pretty good egg salad sandwich. I see them and I'm like, maybe. But then I never do. I'm like, no, I
Yeah.
shouldn't. But I fucking love egg salad. That's like when they have hard boiled eggs for sale at the
How
gas
do you make egg
station.
salad?
Well, you hard boil eggs and then you chop them or mash them with some mayo. And then you can put in, I like to put in celery leaves, onion, paprika, uh, some fucking, really whatever you have on hand. It's like chicken salad.
Okay,
Yeah, you just make it, throw it on a sandwich.
just
It's
chuck a bunch
good.
of shit in there.
Yeah, yeah, dump it in. Get some fresh ground black pepper, some salt, all the good stuff. But
Okay.
here's the thing. If you make egg salad and you use Miracle Whip, then you should be put to death legally. I think. I think
I don't really
anybody
understand what's in Miracle Whip.
it's like mayonnaise but like
It's
really
not mayonnaise
sour.
though.
I know it's not. It's fucking gross. Like, dude, it's like, hey, we should ruin a sandwich. I'm like, why would I pay to do that? That makes no
Yeah.
fucking sense. I would hate that. Like, my stepdad loved it. So when I was growing up, we'd be eating like a steak sandwich, from like the leftover steak, and he'd go to put like he'd put Miracle Whip on it. I'm like, oh, you're eating cold steak and Miracle Whip? Like, that's fucking
That's a food sin.
disgusting.
That's a food sin right there.
Yeah, you should be fucking thrown into the ocean with 25,000 cinder blocks tied to your feet. Maybe not that many. Seems
Yeah,
excessive.
I
But
feel like two might do the job.
no, no, two won't. I think you need like six because the human body, even if it sinks, when during like rigor mortis and stuff, your body produces a bunch of gas, and so if you don't have enough on there, the body will actually float back up, even with the cinder
Okay.
blocks, because it
Oh
fills
yeah,
with
yeah,
so
yeah.
much
Okay, so I was just
gas.
thinking like, I wasn't thinking hiding the body. I was thinking uh, just drowning him. Because
Yeah,
I remember I used to be a lifeguard, and in lifeguard training, yet they would throw a brick at the bottom of the pool at like 13 feet deep, and you'd have to go pick it up and swim it up within a certain amount of time, like 10 seconds or something.
yeah, yeah. No, I
I was thinking
mean,
like a cinder block, like one would that would be really tough.
okay. I guess we have different goals. You were thinking murder. I was thinking
Yeah.
murder where you get away with it.
But here's the thing: they're gonna find it eventually, unless you go like middle. Even if you do middle
No,
of the ocean, like
no. If you're
somebody
in the
might like it
ocean, the
might float
fish will
somewhere
eat it.
eventually.
Yeah, but if you
Uh,
keep it at the bottom, it'll get eaten. Maybe not the bone. I don't know.
yeah, no. If you do a pig farm though, pig farm will
Yeah.
eat the bones.
Dude, is it
And
true
people
that
people are buying pigs. We talked about this.
they are? And it's a real thing that if you know somebody with a pig farm, you have to think they may be a serial killer.
Or like they might be paid by like a mob to or an organization that gets people killed.
That's
You know,
true. I mean, whenever I hear anybody like, oh, they have a pig farm, I think he could kill people. I'm not saying he does, but
yeah.
and also, I've heard that if you feed a human to a pig, then the pig will have the taste for human meat. So the pig can be
That's true.
dangerous.
But listen, you could. It would be hard to fight a boar. Like
Yeah.
you would probably be gravely injured in the process.
Oh, yeah, you'll
But
get
you would kill it.
disemboweled.
Say like you get fucking gored by a pig, you'll then gouge its eyes out and then kill it.
Yeah.
But you will then you'll just die later of infection. But if you have antibiotics, you'll probably live.
Dude,
Uh,
boars are like one of the only animals that just will charge you without
yeah.
thinking. Like, if you look at
But like
most
you could
animals,
probably kill a boar just by because like okay think about it like they don't turn very fast.
no, but they're
Uh,
like 1,000 pounds.
they that's probably like 600.
There have been some
Tops.
pretty big ones. No way.
All right. Say you're fighting the world's largest boar.
I'm gonna Google it. Wild
Okay.
boar weight.
What do we got here?
Oh, okay.
What is it?
170 to 220
You
pounds.
fucking kill the shit out of that, man. It's got no thumbs.
Yeah,
Gouge
but
its eyes out. Hook
they
it.
they found one that was
You'll break
like
some bones. For sure. Like
1,050.
it won't be free.
Yeah,
But
some
if you
can get
tangle
really
with
big.
the pig, you're gonna kill the pig.
Yeah, that's true. But they most animals aren't like that though, where they'll just charge you. Like humans are actually scared of animals.
Yeah, but
Or I mean, animals are
we're
scared of humans
yeah, but
because we
you know,
stand upright.
you just dodge it for like 20 minutes, and then it will almost die of exhaustion.
Well, that's actually how humans used to
Yeah,
hunt.
I'm aware. I've done my studies.
Okay.
We're exhaustion hunters. Do attrition.
Yeah, because we have the ability to sweat, which allows our body to
That's
regulate.
that's why we're really, and pigs don't. Pigs have to roll in mud to cool down.
Yeah, so we
You
can.
see, like that's why we were so successful as hunters, despite the fact that we are so much weaker than a fucking bear. Because bears have like limiters.
Yeah,
I mean, bears don't have limiters, so they'll like the strength that a woman will exhibit lifting a car off her child. Like
Yeah.
anyone could do that, but it would destroy their muscles irreparably.
yeah,
But they would do it, and they would live, and then procreate, and then we go on.
yeah,
But we have limiters on our strength, so we don't damage ourselves deliberately that easily. We still can, like, I don't know, you can punch you can punch a wall and break your hand, but it's like that's different.
yeah. I get what you're saying.
I mean, like, use your muscle so hard it breaks.
Yeah, I know what you
Oh,
mean.
there is like the strong men who like I don't know if you ever seen this video of like a giant Russian dude bench pressing at 20 jillion pounds, and then he's about to do it, and then his bicep, not his pectoral muscle literally like fucking breaks,
Jeez.
and then it just turns purple in an instant, and then he drops it.
Oh my god. Yeah, that well, those people who lift those giant weights, they get like brain damage from lifting it, from all the blood flow and everything. It'll fuck you up. Those people die really young. I just don't get it.
That's
But,
how athletes go though. Unless you're like a runner or a cyclist,
yeah.
and even if you're at a professional level, then you gotta roid up. That's just how it is at the top level, you know.
See, I prefer the arts. You die of drugs or suicide.
Yeah, dude. Like I'm hanging out with my fellow comics in training, and I'm thinking, and I watch like a podcast where fucking Bird and Joey Diaz or something are talking about like all their friends from when they were young comics starting out, and how like most of them are fucking dead.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that guy. Oh, what's he doing? Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, that's like, dude, I have so many friends from high school who are dead now from like overdoses or suicide.
That's
Crazy.
And I'm wondering, like, okay, so let's have like a dead pool on our class. Like, who's gonna be dead? There's like, I don't know, like, that guy. There's no way he's making it.
Yeah. Well, Doug Stanhope has that as celebrity death pool.
Yeah.
He runs like a website where people like vote on who's gonna die. It's pretty morbid.
Yeah, Doug Stanhope does. I found out this year when I think it was Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura on Two Bears One Cave talking about Kyle Cease, because when I was in middle school he was like my favorite comedian,
Yeah.
and so now he doesn't do comedy, he does motivational speaking, and he ran a comedy boot camp that was very expensive, and Doug Stanhope tore him a new asshole with a
Oh, yeah, I saw
comedy
that.
death camp. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's hilarious.
That's great. I like reading Doug Stanhope's Yelp reviews. If you Google it, he has a Yelp profile, and you can see he used to
Like,
like
you really
review
don't expect him to be
restaurants.
like eloquent,
No,
but
he
it is the
is.
job to be a writer.
Yeah.
The job of comedian is really the job of writer.
Well,
Like, you
that's
have to
what.
write to get by. You need to write articles and scripts, and
That's
Doug Stanhope is
what
no exception.
I don't get about these people who try to do like smart comedy and like position themselves above the crowd. It's like you don't have to prove you're smart on stage. Like if you can do good comedy, people will know that.
You need to make people like you, or one way or another. Like they can hate you, but like it's like a hate like this fucking asshole. He's kind of there he is.
Yeah,
He's
like
just
look
like, or
at
he's Jason Rouse.
yeah, or look at like what's his name? Chad Daniels, he's kind of like an asshole on stage, but
Kind of, he's really dadly, and it's affectionate.
yeah, it
He's
is.
really likable, actually.
Well, I mean his older stuff.
Yeah, where he's
Like
gonna punch his kid in the face, but he's
yeah.
still dadly then.
No, I mean like older than that.
Older than that.
Yeah.
I've only heard like 3 albums.
Oh, I mean like
I don't know if he has more than that.
well, even some of his jokes, I
In the
don't know,
basement.
like you kind of see where he's
No, I agree with you. I know what you're talking
yeah.
about.
Yeah, like he's got like that kind of edge. But I mean, here's the thing. You don't have to go up there and pretend you're like the reincarnation of Shakespeare. Like if you're a good comic, it's kind of implied that you have some kind of like grasp on, reality and writing and you can't be like a huge idiot. Like that's why
Yeah.
I don't get it like
Like
these
you said,
people.
actually can be, but you probably can't.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Like it'll
mean,
work
you
for
could be an
somebody, but that
anomaly.
guy, like, you don't like wonder, like, am I that guy? I think I can. You're not that guy.
Yeah,
Like if you
like
have to ask, you're not.
Bert Kreischer comes off as an idiot, but he's obviously very intelligent. I just don't get these people who have like too much pride to like they have to have like this smart comedy, but bad smart comedy. Not like
Yeah, I
Dimitri
like
Martin. He has smart comedy that's good, but
Bert Kreischer has like I wouldn't you would describe it as an emotional intelligence on some level, which is like highly underrated.
yeah,
But
he's
he
really
like
good at
because
marketing
he
too.
works like that's more important than anything else in stand up in
Oh yeah.
because if they like you, you don't have to be funny.
Well, yeah.
He is funny, but for like I think over like decades of his career, like he wasn't really that funny, but he was lovable,
Well,
right?
yeah, and
Because
especially
he told a story that one of the first times he went up on stage, he had never done stand up before, but he was the party animal, right? And some
yeah,
radio hosts who are comics or something, they wanted to see him bomb to kind of roast him up, and they gave him a
yeah,
half an hour slot for his first time ever on stage, and he did well.
yeah. Well,
And
yeah, and
you can't
yeah.
do that because you're a good comedian. You do that because you have a large amount of like crowd sense.
Yeah, nowadays with podcasts and stuff, it's even bigger because people who like follow you online, they come out to see you because they know you. You know what I mean? Or they
Yeah.
know you to a degree. They know
Of
because
course.
they see
It's a
you
you
everywhere.
develop the parasocial relationship. People think they know you and then they judge you.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you
Well,
make money.
do you want to start? Yeah. Do you want to start wrapping up? Because we've been going
Yeah, I would love
long.
to actually.
Okay,
I would
yeah.
love to.
Because we're at an hour 47. This is our longest
Yeah.
one.
Is it?
Oh,
Oh, I thought we
yeah.
did 2 for the first time.
Maybe. It could have been around what we have now. But I think this one's definitely been our best one. We've been ripping and raving, riffing and.
We have been. We've got a good good chemistry going. We're talking. Starting to get into the flow of this a little bit. Hopefully, we keep going uphill.
Yeah. You ever hit that? You like when we're doing the podcast, if we like really hit our stride like 20 minutes in, I'll be sitting there thinking to myself like, man, we're just fucking tearing it up right now, but I hope somebody can make it to the point where we start doing that. You know what I mean? They're not like,
Yeah.
oh, these guys suck and shut it off, but that they could get deep enough where they're like, oh, it got good.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
mean, right now I think it's just important for us to work on concisely talking, and then for about our like talking in an intelligible fashion for at length, and then we'll having a real discussion because that's kind of important, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But all right, we'll
Oh, do your ad
start.
read. Do your ad read.
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, actually, no. Let's do it like in the middle of the next one, because,
Oh, okay.
yeah, we won't put it all the way at the end where it'll probably not be heard.
All right. All
We'll
right.
just- yeah, we'll do it in the next one. I think. Oh, thank you. Hey, my mic arm just got here as we're wrapping up. What a
Ooh, how
bunch of
nice.
bullshit. Anyway, so
Is it like the double hinge kind where like
Yeah,
What does it
that I
hook
can put
onto?
on my desk. So
Okay. Does it like drill into the desk?
no, it has like a clamp, like a
Okay.
clamp that I can screw onto the desk, and then I can move it because I have my mic on my table, so I have to like lean forward, and it hurts my back. But
Okay.
now I can like kick back in my chair and pull it to my face.
Right. Okay.
Um,
Let's do our sign offs. I've been this is award show, and I'm
it,
Sebastian DC, your esteemed co-host.
and what's your Twitter handle?
It is Space Bastion at SPACEBASTIAN.
All right, follow him on Twitter, and you can see him tearing up the Toronto scene if you're ever out that way.
100 followers.
Oh yeah, I I'm at a good 5,300. Ooh, killing it.
Yeah, that's the boy over there. You need
Yeah,
to retweet me
but
more.
I do. It's okay. I have that many followers, but I still like don't get that much interaction because I've had this
Yeah.
Twitter profile for like 7 years.
I think it's
But
because
oh no,
you punch
8.
you tweet like feelings and like what you like your opinion.
Yeah. Well,
It's
that
not like
and
people want like a meme, no caps or all caps, no punctuation joke,
yeah. Well,
and it could be self-deprecating like and just end like I want to die.
it's that and because a lot of my followers are inactive since I got them like 8 years ago when I
Yeah.
first started Twitter, and then I gave up on Twitter for a couple of years. But anyway,
Right.
that's not important. It's a little inside baseball.
Hmm.
Anyway, well, I guess not. Everybody knows what social
Yeah,
media
do your
is.
sign off.
Okay,
I did mine.
so you can catch me at Leighton MI on Twitter, or Leighton Comedy on
Spell that out.
Facebook. LeightonMI. It's Leighton Ward on Instagram. I don't use that either, but yeah. Anyway, you guys should leave a comment, please, because it's more barren than Sebastian's butthole in the comments section.
What does
And
that even mean?
it doesn't have to mean anything, okay? It's
Okay.
provocative.
All right. All right.
Um, no, it's nobody knows what it means. I couldn't think on my feet. But yeah, leave some comments, subscribe. Please leave us a fucking review on iTunes. That's the most important thing you can do. If you've
Oh,
made it to
really?
this point, then that means that we've provided you with enough entertainment to ask that, hopefully.
How have we done that?
Anyways, I don't know. But anyways, that's about all. We'll be back probably sometime this week and for sure on Monday. So
Yeah.
you can catch us then.
Thanks for
And
joining.
yes, thank you. We love you and we will suck your dicks. All right.
Yes, you know, if someone actually hears this, like, send us a comment. We'll we'll pester you endlessly.
Yes. I'll be on B hole duty. Sebastian will be on D hole duty.
No, I'll stick to taint, dude.
Ah,
It's
okay.
it's unappreciated, but I think it deserves the love.
Taint duty.
Yeah.
But all right. See you guys.
Later.